Welcome to Arohan Uncut. Today we will discuss about some exercises which controls over our own emotions from the book Success Mantra by Dr. Seema Borah. Imagine the worst case scenario. Imagining the worst case scenario each time you are facing with difficulties isn't exactly a pleasant strategy. However, if done occasionally, it can be a powerful exercise to gain better control over your emotions. The goal is to visualize the worst thing happening, but instead of doing it out fear or pessimism, you are doing it to plan for the future or as a reminder that what you have today might disappear tomorrow. Thinking about losing your job and imagining how bad it would be allows to prepare for the unexpected while you are still in a secure position. What specially would you do if had lost your job? How much time would you have to find a new source of income if they fired you today? What actions could you immediately take to bounce back as quickly as possible? Again, you are not doing it to feel pessimistic or out of an assumption that all the good things in your life will disappear overnight. You are doing it as an exercise in acceptance and as a reminder that it might potentially happen. Stoics like to say that you never lose things, you return them. Stoics believe that you have or you are only a temporary custodian of all the blessings you have in your life, including property, relationships, money, etc. You may get to be a temporary custodian for the rest of your life, or you may lose them sooner. Acceptance of either outcome will help you feel happier and make you more resilient. In addition to coming up with constructive ways of dealing with the problem, ask yourself if your worst case scenario is really so bad. If you are reading this book, you are already in a privileged position. Lakhs of people all over the world cannot afford to buy even a single book. Even if you lost your job today and you had no savings, you could always get the help somewhere. You could ask your friends or family for help. You could go eat at a soup kitchen. You could take a dead end job just to support yourself financially while looking for a better opportunities. Your worst case scenario would affect your life negatively. I am not downplaying how unpleasant it would feel, but most likely it would be a short term situation that you could remedy relatively quickly as long as you would care about changing it. Again, I'm not downplaying how difficult life is for the homeless or the poor. Turning your life around can take years, and in some places or in some circumstances, it's more challenging than in others. However, there are still plenty of examples of people rising out of poverty or homelessness. Even the worst circumstances can be temporarily as long as you maintain a tight grip on what you can control, your thoughts and actions. Stoics understood that everything in life is temporary. You can be in a relationship today and be single tomorrow. You can drive an expensive car and live in a mansion today and rent a small room and use your feet as a means of transport a year from now. You can be perfectly healthy now and bedridden next week. Let my friend has a stable, enviable job in a multinational corporation with a long history and great prospects of the future that the only expert in his domain in his area, his position is as secure as it could be. Yet, he still periodically borrows through job offers and keeps in touch with headhunters. You could say that since his position is secure, there's no way he could ever lose his job. But as a shrewd person, he recognizes that everything is temporary. Even if the worst happens and he gets fired due to the factors outside his control, he will be prepared thanks to his policy of keeping eyes open for the opportunities. Now, the second exercise. The second exercise is a disturbing goodbye. A powerful, but let's admit it, disturbing exercise you can perform to improve the key relationships in your life is to imagine it's the last time you are seeing the other person. As morbid as it sounds, sometimes I remind myself that every important person in my life can disappear from it literally overnight. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time is all it takes to lose a life. Would I really want to last interaction to be negative? Would I really get angry over a little insignificant thing? Would I really want to waste time arguing instead of enjoying each other's company? This practice will help you stop taking people for granted, and that will help your relationships flourish because whenever you will slip back into negative communication habits, imagining it's the last time you are seeing another person will shake you back into the realization that things are temporary and remind you how fragile life is. All it sounds dire and grim to think about negative events, but it doesn't mean that if you want to follow the stoicism, you need to be fatalistic or pessimistic. It's not about living your life as if it is were a life sentences of suffering. Rather, it's about accepting the world how it is so you can maintain good spirits even when things are not going well. In essence of stoicism is about maximizing your happiness no matter what the circumstances may be. When you land in trouble or suffer a terrible blow, espousing the belief that everything is temporary will help you to handle it more quickly. After all, as the old adage said, this too shall pass. You might be in debt today, but your work on eliminating it, eventually you will be free of it. It's not a permanent condition that's beyond your control. Likewise, a success can be also short lived. So, when you live according to this philosophy, you will be more watchful to keep the good things in your life instead of resting on your laurels.